Welcome to Islam Hidden Secrets, where we uncover the most powerful and inspiring stories from Islamic history. If you love learning about the remarkable moments that shaped our faith, make sure to subscribe and stay with us till the end, because today we are diving into one of the greatest battles ever fought, the Battle of Badr. Picture this, the Arabian desert, its golden dunes shimmering under the scorching sun. The year is 624, the holy month of Ramadan. A small group of believers, physically drained yet spiritually charged, marches towards an impending battle that will shape the course of history. On the other side, a mighty army, arrogant in their numbers and confident in their strength, prepares to crush them. What unfolds next is nothing short of miraculous. This is the story of the Battle of Badr. To truly grasp the magnitude of this event, we must go back to the very beginning. The Quraysh of Mecca, the dominant tribe of Arabia, had long persecuted the followers of Islam. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions faced years of oppression, torture, and exile. When they finally migrated to Medina, they hoped for peace, but the Quraysh would not let them be. War was inevitable. A year after the migration, the Quraysh's trade caravan, laden with wealth and led by Abu Sufyan, was making its way back from Syria. This was not just a caravan, it was a symbol of Meccan dominance, a financial lifeline for their war effort against the Muslims. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, saw an opportunity to disrupt their power and weaken their hold on the region. He gathered his companions and set out with a force of just 313 men to intercept the caravan. But Abu Sufyan was a shrewd leader. Sensing the danger, he altered his route and sent an urgent message to Mecca. The Quraysh responded swiftly. Their pride wounded, their anger burning, they assembled a grand army of over 1,000 warriors. Equipped with 600 suits of armor, 200 horses, and a supply train that far outmatched the meager resources of the Muslims. Their intention was clear. Not just to protect their caravan, but to annihilate the Muslim force once and for all. As the Muslims set out from Medina, they were not just marching into battle, they were marching into a test of faith. Many were fasting, their bodies weakened, but their spirits unshaken. The journey to Badr was grueling. The heat of the desert, the weight of their limited supplies, the looming threat of death, all of it could have broken them. Yet they pressed on, their trust in Allah unwavering. Upon reaching Badr, the Muslims took a strategic position near the wells, securing their access to water. That night, while the believers rested, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, stood in prayer, his hands raised to the heavens, pleading for victory. O Allah, if this small band of Muslims perishes today, there will be no one left to worship you on this earth. His devotion was so intense that his cloak slipped from his shoulders, and his closest companion, Abu Bakr, gently replaced it, assuring him that Allah's promise would be fulfilled. Dawn broke, and the Quraysh army arrived in grandeur, their banners high, their warriors confident. They laughed at the small, ragged force before them. To them, victory was certain. The battle began in the traditional Arab fashion, single combat. 3 of the best warriors from each side stepped forward. From the Muslims, Hamza, the lion-hearted uncle of the Prophet, Ali, the fearless young warrior, and Ubaidah, an elder statesman. They faced off against 3 Quraysh champions. Swords clashed, dust swirled, and in mere moments, Hamza and Ali had slain their opponents. Ubaidah, though wounded, fought valiantly until his enemy fell. The morale of the Quraysh wavered, but the battle had only just begun. As the morning sun climbed higher, the Quraysh launched their full attack. The desert trembled under the pounding of hooves and the clash of metal. The Muslims, though outnumbered, fought with precision. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had arranged his forces carefully, placing archers in key positions and ensuring the front lines were disciplined. Unlike the Quraysh, who relied on sheer force, the Muslims used strategy and faith. The battle raged on, and it seemed that numbers would overwhelm the believers. Then, something happened that struck terror into the hearts of the Quraysh. A mighty wind howled through the battlefield, and unseen forces descended. The Quran describes it vividly. When you asked for help from your Lord, he answered you, I will reinforce you with 1,000 angels, rank after rank. Surah Al-Anfal 8:9. The Quraysh warriors saw them, figures in white robes, their faces unseen, striking down their best fighters. Confusion and fear spread through the Meccan ranks. Their lines began to break. Warriors who moments before had been fearless now stumbled and fled. The very leaders who had vowed to destroy Islam were falling one by one. Abu Jahl, the Quraysh commander who had sworn to wipe out the Muslims, was struck down by 2 young Ansar warriors. Panic set in. What was once an army full of confidence now turned to chaos. They abandoned their weapons, their horses, and ran for their lives. Some threw off their armor to flee faster. Others tried to fight back, but their blows landed in vain. As the dust settled, the battlefield of Badr lay in silence. The Muslims had won. Against an enemy 3 times their size, against the odds, against all human logic, they had emerged victorious. 70 Quraysh warriors lay dead, including their most powerful leaders. Another 70 were captured. The Muslims had lost only 14 men. This victory was not just about battle. It was a declaration that faith, discipline, and trust in Allah could overcome any obstacle. When the Muslims returned to Medina, they did not return as victims of oppression, but as a force to be reckoned with. The Arabian Peninsula took notice. Islam was no longer a struggling movement. It was now a rising power. But the Quraysh would not forget this humiliation. They would seek revenge. The Battle of Uhud would come next, and the trials for the Muslims were far from over. The story of Badr is not just a story of war. It is a story of resilience, sacrifice, and divine intervention. It is a reminder that even in our weakest moments, when the odds are against us, when we are hungry, tired, and outnumbered, if our faith is strong, nothing is impossible. As we remember this great battle, let us take its lessons to heart. Let us stand firm in our beliefs, face our challenges with courage, and trust that, just as at Badr, help comes when we least expect it. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Islam Hidden Secrets. We bring you powerful stories from Islamic history every week. Until next time, may peace and blessings be upon you.